You're listening to CFRC Live Sessions. I'm Hayden, and I'm here in Studio A with Mobius Trip. Mobius Trip, introduce yourselves.
Hello, we are Mobius Trip.
Hello.
My name's Raleigh. I play guitar.
My name is Kaleb. I'm on bass and I do lead vocals.
My name's Jackson. I'm on lead and rhythm guitars.
And I'm Christiano, and I play drums.
Mobius Trip, we had them on the Indie Wake Up Call before, and you might have seen them around town, Mansion, Broom Factory. They've been all over the place. What's your guys' journey been like over the last year or so, playing gigs, gaining more confidence? How's that been going?
Yeah, things have really picked up for us over the last year or so, honestly. Like, we were gigging, like, once every couple months, maybe, and then just the past year we've been playing at least two. Like, honestly, only starting since, like, July, maybe April. We've been playing, like, 2 a month at least, and
They've been kind of popping up like crazy.
yeah.
Like, we've just been getting a lot of messages like, hey, do you guys want to play with us? Or like, hey, we want to play with you.
Yeah, we get a lot of, like, we've had a few people, I should say, not a lot, but we've had, like, a couple people be like, hey, can you headline our show for us? Like, which is kind of gratifying, because it's like, hey, oh, yeah, people show up for us, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We're not the guys that open all the time anymore, you know?
And you guys have a really interesting style of music. I think people that notice, that listen to it, notice it for sure. Is there, like, a way that you guys could sum it up for someone that hasn't heard a Mobius Trip song? How might you describe that?
Okay, so the way that I describe it, I don't know, anyone else can interject if I'm wrong. I don't know, like, genre theory, but I always tell people when they ask, like, oh, you're in a band, what kind of music do you make? I always say, like, alt rock, bordering on the line of punk.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, I think we get some good pop tendencies in there too. Yeah, like catchy lyrics and stuff. But I grew up listening to a lot of metal, and I really love metal, and I can't write metal for the life of me. So I think we get to the heavier side of alt rock and maybe punk because I just want to play metal, you know?
Yeah, I think we all bring distinct but similar influences to the table. I know Raleigh says big metal guy. Also, I enjoy metal, and I love playing a lot of blues stuff, so that's what I kind of bring. I know Christiano, big punk guy, loves playing punk on the drums. And Kaleb, what would you describe your music taste as, Kaleb?
Well, my music taste used to be whatever Raleigh was listening to, but recently I've been listening to more like pop punk and a lot of more like pop and some like small amounts of folk music.
Sweet. The first song you guys have picked for us, I think, is a good one to intro with because it kind of does fuse together quite a few of the things we've talked about here. Give us a little intro of the first song we're going to hear, and then we'll get right into it.
Yeah, Caleb and I wrote this song at 5 a.m. It just kind of poured out. There's not much rhyme or reason to it. It was originally called Cat Pig Talisman because it was supposed to be an allegory for capitalism, and then we changed the lyrics and kept the name Tall Cat because it just sounds fun and has nothing to do with the words in it at all.
Sweet. This is CFRC Live Sessions, Mobius Trip. Here comes Tall Cat.
Take the best of what you can get. I feel so unlike the rest. Take the best of what you can get. And I'm not gonna make you choose between this or that. And I just need you to know that I'm having a heart attack. I love to see your face. tell me you wanted to. You need to understand I'm leaving with or without you. I feel so unlike the rest. Take the best of what you can get. I feel so filled up with greed. Need to feed on what you believe. Sets you free. Filled up with greed, need to feed on what you believe. I feel so much better rage out this cage, I need to escape. I feel so unlike the rest. Take the best of what you can get. I feel so much better rage out this cage, I need to escape.
All right, you're listening to CFRC 101.9 FM. This is CFRC Live Sessions, and I'm here in the studio with Mobius Trip. That was Tall Cat that you just heard there. Mobius Trip they've put out 2 EPs now. Tall Cat was off their first one called Bacchanalia. Your writing process sounds like it's pretty interesting. Give us a peek into that.
Yeah, well, on the first EP, we mostly just wrote it together. Raleigh and I wrote a lot of the songs in first year, and that one you can definitely hear the difference. It's more like, it sounds like it was recorded and produced in a basement because like we were just in a bedroom recording everything like that. And so we're moving on to like the newer songs, and this next one coming up, if you listen back to the Spotify version, then you can tell that the production is getting stepped up a bit.
Definitely, yeah. Your newer EP, like right away, you can tell that it's sort of the next level of Mobius Trip.
Yeah, we went into like an actual studio to record that, and we got somebody to produce it for us. It was a lot less DIY, but it was definitely like you can tell, and it's just a better production all around.
And when I spoke to you a little while ago on Indie Wake Up Call, we talked about your guys' naming of things. Your band is Mobius Trip. Your more recent EP is Myths and Maths, and it's got 2 interesting song names on there. Do you guys have any like serious process for coming up with song names, or do you just throw out random puns and things?
We're a big fan of some jokes, some puns, some goofy song titles. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's a part of the creative process that a lot of bands skip, and it's just nice to do something fun and just clever, I think. Well, that's a little braggy, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just not just the chorus line, you know?
Yeah, and then you guys have got some meaningful song titles as well. You had one on your first EP called Agawa. We're not going to hear that one today, but you guys gotta, if you're listening, you gotta check out that EP. Listen to Agawa. It's a pretty interesting song, and if you're from Northern Ontario, it's It's a special meaning to the name of that song. But yeah, you guys, like, your style that we heard on that last song there, it's all mixed together in all different things. Pop, rock, indie, harder stuff, everything all coming together. What's this next song you guys have got coming up?
Yeah, so this next one's off Myths and Maths. This is the Maths one. It's called 1 plus root 5 is over 2, which is the
golden ratio.
Yeah, it's the formula for the golden ratio. But then the parentheses are is over 2, and it's like 2 is spelled TOO because it's kind of like a play on words because it's like, oh, something else is ending for us, you know.
I'm just realizing we have a second song now that has the TOO pun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in terms of like the genre or style of music, this one's a little bit more laid back into like the indie sort of category, where we don't have as much heavy music going on, but there are some like interesting changes in like time signature, or I guess you'll hear it during the bridge section.
All right. This is CFRC Live Sessions Mobius Trip.
Admitting my world has gone away, so I guess I'll just do what you say. How fitting this morning, the warning that I must have missed. Well, now it just persists. I'm mourning, dressing, redressing. My wounds have all but closed from the pain you had imposed. I'm stressing, I'm starving and carving notches in my bedpost. Try to remember you the most of everyone. If the death art fits the golden ratio, then golden I will be. I've got that 6-spear bliss I'm racing on. Yeah, it's messing with me. I could have pissed away at the patio, but you're standing here with me. I put out in this cause you were hating on what I'll never be. I'm coming, now what is there to do when nothing you ever said was true? I'm done and get dreading my bedding, so empty now you're gone, but the deck has all been drawn. We're shedding, you're running and gunning, I wish you weren't away. You'll see me on the TV one day, so stunning, not healing, still reeling. It blew up in my face, and now there's no winning the race that they call life. If the death art fits the golden ratio, then golden I will be. I've got that 6-spear bliss I'm racing on. Yeah, it's messing with me. I could have pissed away at the patio, but you're standing here with me. I put out in this cause you were hating on what I'll never be. I'll never be
what you want me to,
never see
the way I want you to.
So let me be.
I live in holding,
set me free.
I guess I'm thinking I could be the one who saves you. I could be the only one who cares.
I'm missing out.
Oh no,
You're missing out
on me.
If a deadlock fits the golden ratio, then golden I will be. I've got that sincere bliss I'm bracing, yeah, it's messing with me. I could have pissed away at the patio, but you're standing here with me. I put out and missed 'cause you were hating on what I'll never be.
All right, you're listening to CFRC Live Sessions. I'm Hayden here in Studio A with Mobius Strip. You just heard 1 plus Route 5 is over 2. That's a song from their most recent EP, Myths and Mass. You can check that out streaming everywhere. But that's not all they've got. They've got an album coming up too, and we're going to hear a little bit about that in a minute. But let's chat about that first because it's your first album coming up. It's been a long road to build this album, and it's still underway. Let's talk about the process of making an album after 2 EPs.
It was, so I imagine our experience with studio time isn't the same as a lot of other people's, because we kind of loaded everything into Kaleb's car and booted to Montreal one morning at like 5 o'clock, and we get to Montreal, we unload, and then we spent 10 hours in the studio, 10, 11, some stupid amount of hours in the studio recording, and it was our first time in the studio. So we were all trying to figure out what was going on, how we sounded together, how different and surprisingly difficult it is to play with a click track in your ears, like just blaring. But yeah, so we did that. We did our first day. We went back to the motel we were staying at, which is not a hotel. They made it very clear that it was not a hotel. It was in fact a motel. Raleigh, if you want to.
Yeah, just to add on to the studio experience, I think we were there for 60 hours in total and spent 46 of them in studio, maybe even 50. It was just we were there more, in the studio more than we were anywhere else in Montreal that weekend.
We became very familiar with a single block in Montreal.
Sounds like you guys got your money's worth there. The album is still under wraps. It's still on the way, but I hear that you guys have got an album title nailed down that our listeners can know about.
Yeah. Well, Jackson came up with this title, so I'll let him introduce it.
Yeah, so the name of the album is What Did You Expect? And it was taken from an experience we had back at our motel where after a very long day in the studio, I think it was 12 or 13 hours, we came back to the motel for our second night there and found that our room had been given away to another person. And when we took this issue to the man at the counter in the concierge, he said, "What did you expect? This is a motel, not a 5-star hotel." And we were left with that little bit of wisdom.
And we had stuff in that room too. He just took our snacks.
Yeah, no, we had snacks and like a case or two of beer, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't have any of that stuff." And I mean, yeah, we gave away your room, so sorry. Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, we did not get any of it back.
No.
But we did take everything important out of the room first.
Yeah.
So
because I had such a weird feeling that morning before we left. We were about to leave and we had all of our luggage and stuff that wasn't useful for the studio. And I'm just looking around and I say, guys, just anything that's valuable and important to you, let's just in case take it with us. And thankfully we did. So it was just nuts and drinks that we left behind.
Very nice. So what did you expect? A great name for a debut album by a young Kingston band, because what did you expect?
Well, exactly. It works both ways. If it's terrible, what did you expect, man?
You guys are hedging your bets pretty hardcore. Are you guys working on an album cover?
We have thoughts and ideas. We're trying to, our past two, the two EPs, were just, someone took photos of us, and we're trying to find an artist to, actually make us a good album cover that we can all be proud of. And so pretty much we've come up with some ideas and we're just looking for a local artist to help us out.
Hey, if you're listening, you're a local Kingston artist, hit up Mobius Strip.
Yeah, at Mobius Strip official on Instagram. Yeah.
There we go.
If you're an artist, please let us know.
Okay, so we've just heard 2 songs off your last 2 EPs, and now we've got a sneak peek at the album coming up. Tell us about this song, and maybe you could tell us about, because it sounds like you guys had a chaotic recording process. So what was the recording like for this one?
Well, this is the first one we recorded, and we gave it like 5 or 6 takes. We tried to live record, and
Was this the first one we recorded?
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, and who knows? It was such a
You know
blur.
what? My memory's strong.
But we gave it 5 or 6 tries live recording it, and then we, after this song, decided to do it piecewise after that because it was a bit of a hassle. But it's coming up. It's one of our singles as well. So it's called Summit Avenue, and it's named after the street on which Kaleb used to live.
Sweet. This is CFRC Live Sessions with Mobius Trip here in Studio A, and we're about to hear Summit Avenue. Let's get into it.
Where are we going? The streets ahead, they look so bare. Was all this work that I had put in even worth the wear? 'Cause sometime long ago when the rain put down my face, yeah, you told me, and I just can't remember now. She calls me drunk at 2 a.m. just to tear the soul from me. The way she speaks, it draws me in, and I can't think, no I can't see, and I can't be the only one on my knees and begging them. So why is she the only one to call me drunk at 2 a.m.? Take me up to the mountains. The skies above never looked so blue. You told me that you had found it, but every turn leads back to you. And sometime long ago when the rain put down my face, yeah, you told me, and I wish that I'd have listened then. She calls me drunk at 2 a.m. just to kill the soul from me. The way she speaks, it draws me in, and I can't think, no I can't see, and I can't be the only one on my knees and begging them. So why is she the only one to call me drunk at 2 a.m.? She calls me drunk at 2 a.m. just to tear the soul from me. The way she speaks, it draws me in, and I can't think, no I can't see, and I can't be the only one on my knees and begging them. So why is she the only one to call me drunk at 2 a.m.?